Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. If you hear a lawnmower in the background, that's because it's summer and I live in the suburbs and lawn mowing is a competitive sport around here. I don't know man, I'm just here. Anyway, today we're going to be building this build in Pokopia. It's in our Withered Wasteland. It's like a hidden leaf village kind of in a waterfall vibe. It's continuing off of our originally hidden leaf village build, and it's an amazing build and I can't wait to show you guys. So we have the house here, it houses 4 Pokemon and then a pergola on the side, and in total I think it can house 9 Pokemon. It's got 4 in the house and then 4 additional habitats around the build. So it's got plenty of space for Pokemon to hang out and be free. As you can see, Greninja and Hob up here are just enjoying the breeze. Super cute. So yeah, this is the build we're going to be making today. Follow along if you want to see this from start to finish. I literally start with a blank slate basically and build this from the ground up here. So if you guys want to see how I built this, be sure to stay tuned. As usual, I'm not going to show the inside of the build yet because that's spoilers, but I will show everything else on the outside so you can get an idea. I mean, look at this. So pretty. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started with the build, shall we? What is up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Here it is, Team Telepath, and I'm Raven, if you guys are new here. Also, you may notice I got a new VTuber model. Let's go! I think it looks amazing, so let me know what you guys think. I have been getting some compliments about my VTuber model, my previous one and previous videos, so hopefully this one's just like even better, because I sure think it is. So yeah. Today we're actually going to be building some more in our Withered Wastelands build. I did turn this into like a hidden leaf village, sort of. I wanted it to be sort of ninja vibe, sort of traditional Japanese for Koga. I thought that would be really, really fitting for this area, so I'm just kind of continuing to build on that area. This is on top of the hidden leaf village, so there's like a little, there's a waterfall entrance in the beginning. You can actually see this in some of my other videos, which I will put up above. But yeah, there's an entrance down below this, like sort of downstairs, I guess, in a way, where it's just a waterfall entrance, and you can enter through the waterfall, and it's really, really pretty. And I will show it at the end of the build, and you can also see it again up here. If you want to see that, it's pretty cool. I'm also going to be doing some tours of all the areas that I've built so far. But today we're going to be building like a little a house for some Pokemon with some extra habitats in there. I'm trying to be more habitat conscious in these builds. I don't want them to just be the like the block houses, because you can fit habitats within those houses, and I think that's just like, it's a lot more efficient. Okay, so we're gonna do it that way. So yeah, I'm just gonna build a house for some Pokemon today. I'm gonna build like a little gazebo next to it. You can see the logs that I've lined up as sort of like, I don't know, a foundation for this. So I'm just going in with some windows, some very basic building out of things. I've got these window panes. I really like using these for a lot of my builds. I use them in the other build that you can see like just over yonder. Past this one, out the cliff, you can see the ramen shop build that I made, and I used a lot of these windows for that, so I like those windows a lot. For this one, I'm using the wooden walls and then the wooden cross flooring, the dark wooden cross flooring, and then for the pillars on the corners, I'm using the wooden pillars. Go figure. So. I decided to replace these windows. I didn't really like the basicness of it, and I realized that I hadn't actually built anything with the stained glass windows in this world, so I went ahead and did that. I really liked the way that these look, especially on this build. I just wanted to give it a little extra color, a little something that I didn't really do before on any of my other builds. I did use the stained glass in one of my cloud islands, or not one of them, but like the only cloud island that I'm in. It's one that me and my friend have going, and I used the stained glass in a library build that I was making for that. But I'm using these mesh lights a lot. I really like these because I use so much power, and power is at a certain point kind of limited in the game, so I want to try and conserve as much as I can while I'm building over time, so I have to rebuild a lot of stuff and take away a lot of the power that I'm already putting in here because I do not want to have to redo any of this stuff when I'm done. It takes so long. I'm just building out the gazebo out here. I want to make like a pergola type situation out here, and I think using the wooden log is the best way to do that. So I'm just kind of building out the foundation. I also wanted to look a little naturey out here, so I'm adding some trees and bushes and all kinds of plant-like foliage, whatever.
Foliage. Foliage-y.
Not bad. I'd be a lot more into it if you could pronounce foliage.
I messed it up!
I'm building out this area a little more with some of the pathing. I really like these cobblestone steps. I've used them a lot. I use those and the wooden steps quite often, just as a little extra detail. I like using them in the entrance for steps and stuff, just to give it a little more uniformity, I guess. I love adding little extra details. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I don't know if it was obvious, but I fill every square inch of space with stuff when I'm building. It's just a habit. I think it carried over from Animal Crossing. I do it in The Sims too, on the rare occasion that I decide to build in The Sims. I just hate EA so much that like it usually overrides my ability to do anything in The Sims. My hatred for EA will span generations, I'm sure. I'll teach my children about hating EA. It's a family activity. Anyway, I put more of these stained glass windows up here. I put these little top pieces up. I think they're so pretty. I was so overjoyed when I found the recipe for these. It was like the greatest day of my life. So I'm just putting more of the wooden logs up here. Build out that pergola. Get it pergin. I think, I put some wooden posts here and then really decided that I really liked the way that it looked, so I went to go make some more, and then I got distracted and made more window panes. So then I made more wooden posts after that and put those here. I really like using these wooden posts for these builds in the Withered Wastelands of like the Hidden Leaf Village type builds that I'm trying to make. These wooden posts are like the gift that keeps on giving. They're the catch-all for everything. I think they just kind of hit the perfect center of the Venn diagram between like traditional Japanese build and natural looking, and I don't know, it's just kind of perfect. So I use them quite often when I just want to fill a space, but I don't want to like just have it be wall or just have it be window. So I use it a lot for that kind of thing. The only sucky thing about it is you can't hang things against them. Like they don't technically count as a wall, so you have to kind of finesse it a little. But it works out. It works out in the end. I just use more of this wooden wall, fill out this area. And then of course just keep running out of supplies, you know, as you do in the game. This is common. This is a known quantity in Pokemon. In Pokopia specifically, I should say. Pokemon, I never run out of anything. I always have all of the money and all of the things. I'm a rich bitch in that game. And the mainline games. I also use the wooden posts for this little area too. I just added like basically another window sort of area. And then out here, I use the lace rug to give that sort of like cafe outdoor seating vibe. And then some of the garden lanterns I used as well. Those are really cute for this build, I think. I spent a little while kind of like working with the block placement. I really wanted to give power to this without having to put in any extra effort, but that wasn't gonna work out for me because that's never how it works out. So, you know, I'll just cry. I put some flowers, some more just foliage, fun little naturey things, and then again, just trying to move these garden lanterns to where I want them to be. This was a nightmare. But I think I eventually got it figured out. Those robust flowers are so pretty. I wish I could find more colors of them. Like, I don't find very many colors of them very regularly. I'm starting to wonder if maybe it's like a specific like regional type thing. Like, you know how in Animal Crossing you only have the specific fruit that you could get? Like your island only had apples to start with, and you had to get like pears and peaches and things from other islands that other people had, or like from the dream, or from like, you know, the Kappa Islands or whatever, the Nook Mile Ticket Islands, those ones. I'm starting to think that the flowers in this game and the trees in this game are kind of similar, even though like the difference being, I think, is that you can't find more of them on the dream islands. Like, sometimes I'll find a different color of the robust flowers. I've only found, like, the red ones natively on my islands, and then the orange ones sometimes I'll find on the dream islands, but I've never found another color on the dream islands. The only other colors that I found have been in seeds in the shop, so let me know if you guys have different takes on that, or if you guys have any more information at all. If you have any information, let me know, okay? I am the cops in a murder case. I'm putting more power up here, just like with the wireless transmitters. I'm trying to power everything up sneakily. It's not really working. The power never really works the way that I want it to. I'm always more idealistic about it than I probably should be. That's where we're going with it. I'm just adding some more furniture and stuff. Here, I got stuck in this little hole, so I decided to just fill it with another wireless power transmitter. It's not powered yet, obviously, because of my aforementioned power struggles. It's a skill issue, it's fine. I put some vines on the outside here just to give it a little oomph, a little pizzazz. You know, I like putting everything in every square inch of my builds, so this is nothing new. I also put a little canvas here. I wanted to create the tiny atelier for Smear Guru because I had put him in this little apartment over here that you can see on the left side here. But I wanted to give him a little space that was just his because I don't have any canvases in that apartment or anything. So apparently Bellsprout likes this area too, so maybe we'll move her in here. In my head, Bellsprout is a girl, so there will not be any other questions. I will not be answering any other questions. Bellsprout is a girl, always confirmed. I put some more wildflowers in here. I like to mix up the coloring here just to, you know, mix up the visuals and make it not look all samey. It's so dark in this room, I have to fix this. Also, I cannot not build a thing that isn't a loft right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just, I build something and then the urge to make it a loft takes over and the demon that possesses my body just does it for me. That's what happens. True, canon. But, I think it's because I just make my buildings like always a square, which is another habit that I have to get out of. But, the loft thing makes it so easy to add like an extra little area without really sacrificing like real space. Like the verticality helps it a lot, I think. And it's just cute. It's just cute, okay? I put more of these wooden posts here. I thought it would create like a really good banister or like railing sort of deal. And also just look, it looks modern, it looks good, I like it. And then I put the twisted plant and the Pokeball chair under the stairs here. I thought that looks really cute. Just kind of chilling under there. Little dining area. And more of the wooden walls as well. On the top here, I did the top of the wooden pillar for like our top block here that would go right under the roofing tile basically. I thought that would look pretty good and just mix it up a little bit more. Yeah, I just think it looks nice. Again, I really love adding these wooden pillars as like a detail, like an accent piece. They just really bring a room together. I highly recommend trying it if you're looking to diversify your builds a little bit and don't want to just put windows everywhere. I really wanted to make this chic table work too, but in the end, the log table fit so perfectly that I just couldn't justify not putting something else there. And then I was trying to figure out chairs for the log table and none of those were working, so I just decided on the log chairs eventually. And then I also just put the chic table in here because I figured it would be like a better place for it. It's a little more roomy. It fits under this like little window area with the wooden posts perfectly. And then we can also put the stone benches out here too. Stone cold benches. But yeah, it's a cute little dining area for the Pokemon. I think it's pretty perfect because this area is going to be like probably more of an area for the more naturey, more foodie sort of naturale Pokemon. But I thought that was cute. And then added more string lights and some more of the logs to the pergola thing. I actually don't have exact dimensions on this, so you guys will probably have to count manually if you want to rebuild it 1-to-1. If you guys really do like my builds though, I would be overjoyed if you guys would, like, if you guys got inspiration from them and built because of something I made, that would make me so freaking happy. You guys have no idea. It means so much to me. I'm like, look, what I did meant something. So that's fun. I also want to say I've gotten a whole lot of support recently. My video just glitched out, so I'm sorry for the gray for a moment there. But I've gotten so much support recently from everyone, like, on YouTube. I've just been experiencing a lot of channel growth, and that's been really, really inspiring. So thanks so much, you guys. That's been really, really awesome. And I think that, like, growing a small channel is really fun because I get to know everyone really well. Like, I love the idea of seeing a commenter on multiple of my videos that's, like, always there. So if you're a regular, shout out, and I'll shout out back. I don't know. I wanted to give more power to this area, give more wireless power transmitters. I try to put these in, like, the corners of my builds, like, right under where the roofing pieces would go, so they sort of just blend in and hide there, but, like, it never really ends up working out the way that I wanted to. I always, like I said, I'm much more idealistic about it than I think I probably should be. I put more, like, rugs and things up here. I think the rug is such a great... I clowned on rugs before. I was like, I don't put a lot of rugs in my builds because, like, I think they're... You can use too much of them too quickly. And you know what? Now I'm using too much of them, but I'm not because you can never use too many rugs, okay? I take it back. I was wrong. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Alright, anyway. I put some more posters in too. And this resort light, like... completely changes the texture of this space. I love the warm white light, the yellow leaning. I wish I could do this with the string lights too without them looking disgusting. I wish the string lights weren't just like a bright ass yellow when you tried to paint them. Like, I wish there was some sort of middle ground. But instead, Nintendo hates me and wants me to suffer. So, this is what we have. We have the yellow lame string lights. And then the beautiful resort lighting. Anyway, being lighting obsessed, I decided to put more lights in here. And I also added some more vines and things. I love the vine aesthetic. I use it so much for the Withered Wasteland build, for this Hidden Leaf Village type build. Like I said before, I want it to be super, super, super naturey. And I want it to look like it was just like found somewhere. Like, in the Shire. In the Japanese Shire. Oh, shit, that's a spin-off. Someone's made that. Who's made the Japanese Shire? Sound off in the comments. Is it me? Wait, did I make the Japanese Shire? I'm magic. The one true ditto. I love mixing up the colors and the flowers here. Like, I keep so much in my inventory and most of it is naturey stuff and flowers and trees and things. I found that if I put it in my inventory, because I have ADHD and no object permanence, I will just forget that it's there. Like, forever. And then I'll go back and be like, oh yeah, I had all this stuff, like, all these plants and stuff that I could put in. I completely forget that they're there. So I just carry them in my inventory, like a clown. I love these, the wooden steps. No, those are the stairs. I'm talking about the cobblestone, path thing. The little rocks that I put in front of the steps. Those are so pretty. I use this a lot for this build because I wanted it to feel like a little secret garden area. I put that mysterious statue out front too. That was just a cute little garden gnome thing. And then back up here, I'm gonna be building some more up here. I decided on this cherry chest right here, but I think I'm gonna change it later. And then just a little damp hedge out here. I think the damp hedge actually ends up framing this back door really nicely. I usually don't use like naturey stuff inside of the building. I just think it looks a little unnatural, ironically. But in this case, just the one hedge worked out pretty well, actually. Right next to the back door kind of makes sense too. And then just a little pusle mining thingy here, and then some more mushroom lights. I spent a long time trying to decide how to orient this one. I don't like them when I put them next to the trees. They kind of lose like half of their luster. And I didn't want it facing the same direction as the other one that I just put up, so I decided to just face it the other direction and take the L on the tree clipping there. Put on the resort light out here. This build is very like lighting heavy, you'll notice. It gets less lighting heavy, I say, as I add like a million string lights later. but it gets less lighting heavy later as I build more in the daytime. You'll notice also in this build that we'll switch from nighttime to daytime because I started this build at night and then obviously finished it next day. I put more of the chancy plants out here too. I moved some of these flowers and just kind of plopped it right up there and then recreated the habitat so I didn't lose it, obviously. Little perch up there. Little birdhouse. And then the umbrella. I debated painting that and decided against it. I thought the orange and the white would actually look pretty good, and also I was sick of painting things was the main reason. It's because I'm lazy. That's usually the reason. I actually really like those flowers on the edge of the display, the fossil display thing. Exhibition display, I believe it's called. But I ended up putting them up here instead. And then moving them again because I wasn't happy with that placement either. So the final resting place for these flowers was out here. And then of course just building out the rest of the roof with the roof pieces. Well, the blocks that will go under the roof pieces, I should say. And also obviously leaving space for the wireless power transmitters. And this was when we switched over to our daytime part of the build. As you can notice, it's much brighter now. And so I added more of those cobblestone paths just leading up again to the seating area. I just thought this was a really cute little addition. Makes it seem like a little secret path, a little secret garden area. That's fun. And then obviously we need a little recycle bin. I don't know how Pokemon are going to throw away their trash if there's no trash can, so that's a necessity. Put some more decorations out here. The mini bookcase and the magazine rack. And a bunch of these shelves. I really love these shelves, okay? The floating shelves, they're beautiful. I'll hang them everywhere and anywhere. And in my opinion, the best place to hang them is on the stairs. They look amazing on stairs. You guys should try that. That's something that I do in my builds like all the time. I'll put shelves on stairs all day. All day, Winston. All day.
Hey, how long can you do this for?
I can do this all day!
Yeah, I got it all day too.
Winston!
Why are you yelling at me?
I'll do this all day! I'll do it all day! Winston!
I spent way too long trying to figure out where to put these shelves. I have so many of them, but you know what? They're so pretty that I don't mind. I'll put them anywhere. Obviously I had to add these string lights. I wanted to offset them just one from the window just in case I had to put some vines in there. I didn't want it to be blocked off. And then just adding some more of the vines here along with some more string lights. And more naturey things, a tree, some walkways, good stuff. I really like these walkways. I painted them black on the bottom and then purple on the top. I wanted to give some more, see, like I said, you can't stick anything to the wooden posts, so that's obnoxious. But, yeah, I really wanted to paint these purple and black because I figured it would give a little more, differentiation to the other ones. Some of the other ones I painted black and red, and I just wanted to give this a little bit of a different color palette just to mix it up a little. Plus I felt the red wasn't naturey enough for this, for what I was trying to achieve with this build specifically. So there's that. And then I'm just going ahead and putting the roof pieces on top. I really like hiding the wireless power transmitters in the roof. It's a really easy way to just sneak them in there. It doesn't always work, like I said, but it's what I like to try and do to provide some power. And then I really like these walkways too. Unlike using the actual flat roof pieces along with like a roof support, I like using the walkways instead as a flat roof piece because you can put things on top of them. So like you can put even full trees, but for this example I'm using flowers and bushes and grass. but I really like these walkways for that purpose. You can't do anything else with the bricks, like you can't, or with the flat roof tiles, you can't put anything on top of them, so that's why I like these walkways quite a lot. I'm just trying to decide on like color palette choice for the plants and things. I think that's important to keep in mind when you're building, is like color palette choice, if that's something that you struggle with. Sticking to like a limited color palette can help a lot, or like trying to mix up colors helps a lot too, so you don't want to have like too much of the same color all in one, which is why I try and like add things to the sides of my buildings so that they're not just all of the building block. You want to add a little pizzazz, a little detail, okay? So again, that's just kind of what I'm doing here. And like I said, you can actually put full trees on them, so you should try it. Test those limits, y'all. And then obviously just more of the flat roof pieces. I think I'll edit through this and just display like a name of the item that I'm using up like on the top when I'm building, so that if I fuck up the name, or sorry, if I mess up the name, ooh, don't want to curse, YouTube doesn't like that. If I mess up the name, that way it still displays anyway, so you guys don't get confused and I still give you the right information. More of the roof support. I like using these a lot to like frame a build in a way, and then I'll use like the string lights in between the roof support. I don't know why it lets me hang the string lights over the wooden posts like this now. I think because there's something next to it, so technically the string lights can cling to the thing next to them, which counts. And then I actually decided to switch this over so that the vines would be hanging down over the windows and the string lights would be hanging on top. Sometimes I'll switch things over like that just because I like the way it looks better, and you know what? That's fine. That's a good enough reason. I don't have to explain myself. I mostly say that because I think that you guys should adopt the same policy if you would like to. You know what? Do what's in your heart. Unless that's murder. That's bad. Sort of. Unless you're Luigi, then it's okay. I use more of these roof supports on the sides here again. And more of the string lights, go figure. They are like my favorite item in the world. Besides money, I also really like that. I like money. I just overused the hell out of these. I don't even care, I won't make apologies anymore, okay? Live with it. And then I like to decorate, I like to dress up the wireless power transmitters and just make them look a little more naturey, like they blend in a little more. You'll see that later on too. I use like the hanging, or the clinging ivy to wrap around the power transmitters, and that's like a really good trick. I don't know if anyone else on YouTube has shared that, but I just like picked that up from somewhere else and stole it, and now it's my own. I do that, like, I feel like that's an easy thing to do creatively. It's like you think you have an original idea and then you're like, oh no, like I just subconsciously copied that from like so-and-so. Oops. But I really like these hanging down vines in this section. I love putting those across like the solid window panes. I think it adds so much dimension. Like, look at that. It changes the lighting a bit too, see? It's pretty. And then just like adding a bunch more of these vines, basically. I wanted to add this all the way down, but then it ended up that like I would just climb up it as I was trying to climb the stairs, and that was no good, so I didn't put it all the way down the stairs. And then put some more on the outside, on the pergola thing. I gotta just cover this thing in vines, alright? It needs to look natural as heck, man. It needs to look like it was just airdropped in there by God. Which, I guess in this context, am I God? Leave it to me to develop a God complex off of a game that makes me be a ditto. Like, what a leap. I wanted these vines to hang down a little more, just because I wanted it to feel like a tree canopy, sort of. Like, you know, you've seen pictures of the rainforest, right? Or you guys, if you go outside, you know, unlike me, you will have been to the rainforest. And, you know, they have like the tree canopy up above, so like you're just... it's just like humid and dense, and that's kind of the vibe I wanted to have here. I definitely am going to put a lot of like grass types over here, I wanted to avoid any kind of fire because I was just like, you know what, it's a grass area, I'm committed to the bit, let's do this. But yeah, I just added vines like all along this girl. I'm trying really hard not to curse. It goes against all of my instincts, but I'm doing it for you, Tube. More vines. All the vines. Guess what? You thought there weren't more vines, but there were. Guess what? There's more. Guess what? More vines. You thought we were done with vines? No. More vines. Oops, all vines. All vines all the time. 420 vine. Okay. Nope, we've lost the plot. I'm done with the vine jokes. I ruined it. Thanks. I'm like TikTok. Oh! That was a good one. Anyway. God, I entertain myself making these videos, I'm gonna be honest. I just sit here in my, like, dark room and I make myself laugh. It's like Bo Burnham's Inside, but in a shorter scale and with less success tied behind it. I'm not really making money off of this, so it's sort of sadder. But you know what? I'm doing it for the love of the game. I'm adding some more trees out here. And just more foliage in general. I wanted to mix up the tree designs too, so that it's not just all the one type of tree. I like the pine trees for that. I'll use like 1 or 2 of them and mix them in. If it's relevant. You can hear my son screaming outside. He's not my actual human son, but like he's a cat and he's just angry. And he's orange. You know the vibes. I'm a cat and I'm angry, but I'm a black cat. So it's different. Like my anger has steps. I'll plan things, you know? You don't ever want to look the other way. Anyway, I'm just making some more habitats here. I figured I could make the bench with greenery here. I love these hedges. I think I've said this before. If anyone knows a way to get the hedge recipe, like, hook a brother up. I really would like the hedge recipe. Those are so pretty. The square hedges. That's what they're called. We got there. Like I said, I'm gonna put a thing in the screen so that you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. I moved this around. I put the Pikachu plush here so I could do bed with plush, and then the cherry storage obviously looks perfect right here, so it's gotta go there. And then I just kind of moved this situation around. I moved the luxury lamp, and then obviously the game doesn't think that I should be taking what I'm standing right in front of, so I have to Magnemite for it, but it makes me work for it, you know? But the luxury lamp went right next to the door, and everything worked out perfectly. Kumbaya, yay, the world was saved. I moved this violet meteor lamp. I just kind of repositioned it. I liked it better when it was like facing the dining table. It just looked a little more uniform. And then raspberry lamp up here just looks super cute. Little mug. I'm just adding some final details basically. I love this this clinging vines. If you guys don't know how to make these, you can stand in front of a wall, or like in front of the side of a block, I should say, as long as it's not a block that would make moss or something, like a rock block basically. It will make these like clinging vines, and like you just saw, I can use them to cover the wireless power transmitters too. They will wrap around the entire block, so you just like your mom. I say that every time, but it's just a hilarious joke. See, I keep cursing. Darn. And I almost cursed again, but I caught it that time. Go me! Alright, no, for real though. Those vines actually wrap all the way around the entire block. Refrains from making the joke. And they're really easy to make if you have the power up of the leafage. I used leftover of these red painted string lights from my other build. I built a ramen shop in my last video. You can actually see it up here. I'll link it with the card. Or if you want to see all my Pokopia videos, I do have a playlist like right below in the description of this video, and you can just click on that and see all my videos like all at once at the same time. Isn't that efficient? Anyway, I used those red hanging string lights in that loft area. I just thought they looked really cute. It was a great way to mix up the decor and the coloring, the lighting. I am planting some more trees and plants here and just making it look a little more wild, naturey. And yeah, I love to use those like wraparound vine or ivy blocks. Those just, they add just a little more detail and dimension, like, and they're just a little different enough from the regular hanging vines that they don't look too samey when you put them side by side, which I really love. And then out here, I'm just adding some final touches. I'm just putting some wooden tables. Obviously, need to change some of the arrangement of the flowers and things out here and change the orientation of the table so it matches up. But I love using these as little like outdoor public benches, sort of. I think they're really cute. And then adding the tree there was a really good touch too. Add some more string lights up here just to add a little more dimension. And then up here, I added some more of the hanging ivy, which I think just completely changes this build and makes it look just like perfect. And then the last little thing that I actually added for this build was this wooden bench here, and then these, this money tree, or the twisted potted plant, I believe it's called in-game. And then the very last final touch that I added was these gems from the Sableye event, the hanging gems, I believe they're called. Jewel wall decoration or something. But they are so pretty, and they were perfect for this build. I mean, it's exactly what I needed. It's perfect for like mixing up the space, making it look nice, little living like bed area. So just adding a little more ivy on the outside of the building and making it look a little more dense and jungly and foresty. But dude, we are almost done with the build and I can't wait to show it off. The last thing I added was this wireless power transmitter up here, topped by the clinging vines and the flowers. So this is the completed build. What do you guys think? Do you think we should have used different items, different colors? If you guys have critiques, let me know. Drop them in the comments. I will consider them. As you guys know, I'm apt to include recent comments in my videos, so let me know. What could I do differently? What do you like about the build? What do you not like? Any feedback is appreciated. I just love all the detail that we added here. I mean, it's incredible. Also, again, I'm really sorry if my mic is picking up anything from the background. Like, my neighbors are crazy in the summertime. Like, lawn care is a competitive sport. I don't understand why people put... Anyway, I'm getting distracted. This build is so pretty. If people took lawn care as seriously as I take my builds, I kind of get it. Maybe this is how they feel. You can actually see the ramen shop in the background that I built previously, which is so cool. Again, if you guys want to see other videos of mine, I have a whole playlist in the description down below. And I have multiple video cards at this point above my head showing you guys other videos that I've done similar. And also just builds I've done in this world. I love building in the Withered Wasteland so far. I was really neglecting it for most of the time. I was building on Azeroth a lot, but then like, I don't know, Withered Wasteland, it's growing on me. Ironically, I guess. But yeah, this is our newest build in the Hidden Leaf Village. What do you guys think? Thank you so much for watching. Again, big credits to Glitch City for providing the music here for a lot of this. Obviously the game music is just the game music developed by Pokopia developers, but the music that I have going when I'm like speed building is all Glitch City. So I highly recommend you check out her channel. I will also link that in the description below. And then pictures and images of items were provided by sarahb.net. I highly recommend checking out their website if you want more information about the game. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Again, please like and subscribe. It totally helps build the channel, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill by now. I mean, standard YouTube protocol, right? But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. I will see you guys next time. Hey, let me know what you think of my new VTuber model, alright? I need some feedback. Holla. Alright, deuces. Raven. Oh!